Hi mga palangga! Kamusta kayo? In this video, we will talk about the difference between the total outstanding balance and the total statement balance of our credit card. Sa napapansin ko, madami pa rin nalilito kung ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba nitong statement balance at saka ng outstanding balance. Kaya naman I decided to create this video para maliwanagan tayo at maklarify tayo kung ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba nilang dalawa at ano ba ang dapat bayaran, yung statement balance ba or yung outstanding balance. Yung credit card bills kasi natin mga palangga is just like with our utility bills. So, monthly tayo makaka-receive ng ating credit card bills. And as I always mention sa mga credit card videos ko na importante talaga natin malaman kung ano nga ba yung magiging statement date natin. Kasi yung statement date is equivalent into the cut-off date or close date ng ating magiging monthly billing cycles. So, for example nga mga palangga, kung magiging statement date natin is every 10th of the month, that means our monthly billing cycle always starts from 11th of the month until the 10th of the next month. So, kung nari, today, this month is January. So, yung na-receive ko na bill noong January 10, that covers from December 11 to January 10. And then, yung ma-receive ko naman na bill on February, that covers from January 11 to February 10, and so on and so forth. And sa statement dated mga palangga, we can expect to receive our regular monthly credit card bills. At lahat ng mga mag-reflect dun sa bill na yon, that covers from the usages na ginawa natin with that entire billing cycle coverage. And additionally, kung may mga previous balance pa tayo from our previous statement, other fees, so dun din madadagdag sa magiging statement na ma-receive natin. And the total amount mga palangga na mag-reflect sa ating credit card monthly bills or our credit card statement ay tinatawag na statement balance. So yung may kita natin doon yung total amount due and also yung due date. So yung total amount due, yun na yung magiging statement balance natin, and also the due date na kailangan nating bayaran, yung nakalagay sa statement. So para mas malinaw mga palangga, bigyan ko kayo na example. Gamitin na natin yung example kanina na yung statement date natin, let's say, is every 10th of the month. So, yung mga usages ko from December 11 to January 10, so naging usages ko, example, is nasa 10,000 pesos. So, yung na-receive ko na statement nung January 10 is merong amount na 10,000 pesos. So, yun yung statement balance. And let's say na din mga palangga na today is January 15. So, 5 days ago, na-receive ko yung aking credit card bill na merong 10,000 pesos nung January 10. At hindi ko pa rin yung nababayaran yung statement na yun na 10,000 pesos. And then, nung January 11, which is panibagong billing cycle na, which is January 11 to February 10. So, ginamit ko yung credit card ko nung January 11 for 2,000 pesos. So, yung amount na nag-reflect dun sa aking mobile banking for total outstanding balance, it has 12,000 pesos na, which is a combination ng 10,000 pesos of unpaid statement balance na na-generate sa akin nung January 10, plus yung 2,000 pesos naman na nagamit ko with my current billing cycle na. So, sa madaling salita mga palangga, yung total outstanding balance na nakikita natin is a combination of the unpaid statement balance plus the current usages na ginamit natin yung ating credit card with our current billing cycle. So now, dito nalilito na yung karamihan. Ano ba daw ang dapat kailangan bayaran? Yung statement, yung amount ba na nag-reflect sa statement balance or yung amount ba na nag-reflect sa total outstanding balance? Well, base example natin mga palangga na nag-reflect na siya as 12,000 pesos per total outstanding balance. Pwede ko naman siyang bayaran din agad yung 12,000 pesos. It's up to me naman. Yun nga lang, hindi naman talaga siya required na kailangan mong bayaran agad yung additional 2,000 pesos. Kasi yung statement balance lang naman talaga na kailangan kong bayaran na merong due date is yung statement balance na 10,000 pesos. So yung 2,000 pesos is hindi naman talaga agad siya required na kailangan kong bayaran. Pero it's up to me naman kasi nag-accept pa rin naman ng payment si bank anytime. So mag-go-through pa rin naman yung payment natin. Pero hindi nga lang talaga siya required agad na bayaran natin. It's up to us naman. Basta ang kailangan lang talaga mabayaran natin is yung statement balance. At yung mga current usages ko naman with my current billing cycle started from January 11 to February 10 is mag-reflect naman sa statement na ma-receive ko on February 10. So, ma-receive ko naman ako ng panibagong statement, then sa ako din ulit yun babayaran. So, same goes for the next coming months mga palangga. So, monthly tayo makaka-receive ng ating statements depende sa mga naging usages natin that covers that billing cycle. Para mga palangga, yung statement date pala natin is possible mag-adjust like early ng 2 days or late ng 2 days. The reason for this, I guess, is dahil yung calendar months natin is hindi exactong laging 30 days. May mga months na hanggang 31, may mga months na 30 hanggang 30, so hindi siya talaga eksakto. Kaya naman, possible din na mag-adjust yung ating statement date, like early ng 2 days or late ng 2 days. Pero most of the time naman is on our statement date talaga. So, balik tayo dun sa naging example natin kanina. So, let's say, ayun nga, binayaran ko lang is yung statement balance na 10,000 pesos. So, once na na-post na yung 10,000 pesos payment ko, ang mag-reflect na lang sa total outstanding balance ko is 2,000 pesos. Considering na wala pa ako nagagamit after yung 2,000 pesos noong January 11. So, kung yun pa lang yung nagagamit ko, so yun na lang yung mag-reflect doon sa total outstanding balance ko, which is yung mga current usages ko with my current billing cycle. So, with that, ang ginagawa ko mga palangga is, inaantay ko na ulit yung magiging next statement ko na ma-receive ko naman on February 10 that covers from January 11 to February 10 usages ng card ko. Additionally pala mga palangga, once nabayaran natin yung statement balance natin, dun sa part ng ating online banking na nag-reflect yung statement balance, is hindi pa rin siya mawawala. It will be recorded as 10,000 pesos. Kahit na nabayaran na natin siya, nag-reflect pa rin yung amount dun sa statement balance natin. The reason for this kasi recorded na nga siya as of that date, as of January 10. So, mapapansin lang talaga natin siya na nabawas doon sa total outstanding balance. Doon natin mapapansin na na-deduct na yung total amount ng statement balance natin. Pero ang pinaka-importante lang naman talaga dito mga palangga is as long as mabayaran natin yung amount na nakalagay sa statement balance natin from the date of our statement on or before the due date indicated dun sa statements, then we are safe. So that's it for today's video mga palangga. Very short lang itong video na to, but I hope I was able to clarify sa inyo kung ano nga ba yung pinagkaiba ng total outstanding balance at saka ng total statement balance. And if you have some more confusions pa with your statement, always reach out to your bank para mabigyan nila tayo ng assistance at may explain nila sa atin na mabuti kung ano nga ba yung mga charges natin from our statement. If you think this is a helpful video mga palangga, please give this video a thumbs up para naman ma-recommend ni YouTube algorithm sa iba nating mga palangga. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel for more contents like this. Again, this is John Paul and thank you so much for watching mga palangga. Always remember to be kind to yourself and to others. See you on our next vlog. Bye!